Hi, sixth grade. I'm so sad I can't be here with you guys, but I know you do fabulous work because you guys always do fabulous work. I kind of wanted to go over a poem analysis with you, so watch this video and then you're going to be expected to complete one on your own. So listen to the directions that you will see. It says that now that we've reviewed many skills we have previously learned, now it's time to take these skills and apply them to poetry. Read the following poem below and complete the following task. You are to number the lines of the poem. Label the stanzas of the poem. Find the rhyme scheme of the poem, if there is one. Complete the second page of the document and complete any questions in the margin. So let's take a look at this poem. It's called Dreams by Langston Hughes. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is broken, winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is barren field, frozen with snow. So we need to identify our lines by labeling them. So to do that, this is hard to do on the computer because I don't have my things, you are literally numbering the lines. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is an 8-line poem, and it has how many stanzas? Well, stanzas represent the paragraphs of the poem. 1 stanza, 2 stanzas, 2 stanzas. All right, so now we're looking at rhyme scheme. Rhyme scheme is only talking about these words that are at the end of the sentence and if they rhyme. And they should be in like a sequential order type pattern that you are going to create here. So let's see. Dreams die, bird fly. Do any of those words rhyme? Dreams die, bird fly. Dreams, bird? No, none of those rhyme. So it's going to be A, B, C, D. If they rhyme, they get the same letter. If they do not rhyme, then they get a new letter. So now we're in the second stanza. Dreams go field snow. Let's see. Dreams go. None of those rhymes either. So we're gonna say it's the same A, B, C, D because it starts over every stanza. And we're gonna say there's no rhyme scheme. So this is a free verse poem. Free verse means there's literally no rhyme scheme. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we are going to answer the second page of the document. So if we scroll down here, which let me see if I can do this with you guys on here. Maybe not. Okay, hold on. All right, so now we're going to go to the second page. This second page here is to help you understand these visualizations. So just ignore these ratings on here because they're kind of not going away right now. Anyway, so it says, what images are you visualizing as you read? List the image with the word and phrase that matches it. So we're going to go back. We're going to look at our poem. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is like a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field covered with snow. The things I imagine is dreams. And when I think about dreams, I think about comfy clothes like PJs. I think about clouds because we're talking about these dreams here. So we're going to say an image. Notice I am writing an incomplete sentence. I visualize is clouds and pillows. I imagine these images because of the word for the word dreams, which is repeated in the poem. That's what we would put here. So obviously what you can visualize in your mind. If there are multiple images, how are they related? Well, I actually do have multiple images. The first one I would say, or the second one would be when it's comparing it. So the other image are the bird, and snow. These images are related because they are stating the other side of what happens if you neglect your dreams. So you want to talk about one image you visualize and the other one. In the poem that you guys are doing, you should have multiple images here. All right, now we're going to go down. Are there any literary devices? You guys looked at this and read this yesterday. A literary device can be anything that refers to literature. So we talked about symbolism, figurative language, sensory details, foreshadowing, anything of the above. So, are there any literary devices? If so, give evidence from the text. Well, when we go back to here, it says, life is a broken winged bird. That actually is a literary device, and that is a metaphor. So, we need to say a literary device used is life is like a broken winged bird. This is this is a metaphor comparing, what's it comparing? Well, life to a broken bird. What does that mean actually? Well, if they're saying life is compared to a broken bird, that means that, life gets hard. If there are any other literary devices, explain the meaning of two of them. Well, you should have two in the one that you are analyzing, but let's look at ours. There's another simile, life is a barren field frozen with snow, that we could use. We could also use the idea or the symbolism of this repeated hold fast to your dreams, hold fast. So that could be a literary device also that we can include in that second part. Then you want to go back here and you want to say, what is the tone of the poem? What words or phrases help you determine the tone? Well, tone, remember, can relate to the the attitude of the poem. So the attitude of the poem is what? Well, we're saying hold fast. We're talking about dreams. We're talking about how life can be hard and broken, but we need to hold fast, hold on to these dreams. So I could say our tone maybe would be to persevere. The tone of the poem is, and that's what we could say, is to persevere or to be successful. The tone of the poem is to persevere. The words that help with this is broken, dreams, frozen, to make the reader want to accomplish their dreams, his or her dreams. There we go. So we could say it's persevere, or we could say it is to be successful or to work hard. Those are your accomplishments. So the theme of the poem, remember, theme is the lesson that you learn. And the theme here is that we need to work hard through life, even though when it gets tough. So the theme of the poem is to work hard, even when life gets tough. Remember, theme has to be positive and has to be able to relate to all people. If you want to make sure you fill out your chart for your poem, you will definitely have multiple things in here because there is a lot of symbolism in yours. However, the step 5 says that you need to go back and answer questions in the margin. So I kind of have questions here that talks about symbolism in your poem, and I want you to figure out what things symbolize in what your poem is. And then maybe I would really like if you could write the meaning. So if you could add the text box of what at the end of your poem, what does this poem mean? Well, for us, our poem means here, this poem means that people should try to do everything they can to accomplish their dreams, even when their life gets hard. Now, you're going to say the theme is very similar to the meaning. Absolutely. The theme, the lesson that you learn should help form that idea of what is being represented in this poem. So I hope that helps. You're going to use kind of what I just did with this poem to do your own poem, okay? And think deep about that symbolism because it goes through a lot of very important information. So if you guys go to Canvas and you go back to your assignment, you're actually going to click on the window and you're going to load it in. And here is your poem. It's called The Rose That Grew from the Concrete, and it's from Tupac. And if you know Tupac, he was a rapper. He actually did a lot of poetry, and as you know, songs could be poems too. But he wrote, Did you hear about that rose that grew from the crack in the concrete, proving nature's law wrong it? Learned to walk without having feet? Funny it seems, but by keeping its dreams, it learned to breathe the fresh air. Long live that rose that grew from the concrete when no one else cared. So I want you to think about, what does this rose represent? What does this concrete represent? What does he mean when he's using these phrases, did you ever hear, or long live? What does this suggest about our reader? I want you to go through and number the lines, stanzas, poem, rhyme, scream, answer those questions, and then answer this chart at the bottom. I know you guys will do great. I can't wait to read your poem and see what symbols or ideas you guys got out of here, because he's comparing this rose to a concrete, but he's also comparing it to something else. So I want to see who can find out what he's comparing it to. All right, guys, you are going to do great. I will hopefully see you tomorrow.